Did he scam me or he meant well? I don't know what happened.
To date. Money was just flowing.
But ask me what I've done with it. I don't even know. I lost an amount of 2.5 million. I've never used ARVs in my life for 22 years. The church neglected me. I will walk down the stairs and say, we need to bury my husband. We need to bury my husband every day.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Centtwinz TV right here on YouTube with your favorite twins, the Centtwinz. Myself, Innocent, and of course, my lovely twin sister, Millicent Mashile. Today, we bring you another exciting, thrilling episode of a guest that you are familiar with. You've seen her before on I Have Been Through the Most, but not on the podcast. So if you're listening to us from Apple Podcasts, you're listening to us from Podcast Africa or even Spotify, welcome and thank you so much for joining us. Make sure that you like, you share, you comment. Remember, when you do that, you are telling the algorithm, man, where there's something exciting happening here. So we really appreciate it. And if you are watching on YouTube, please don't skip the ads. We gotta pay the bills. And we wanna interact with you in the comment section below. I always say that's the most exciting ground for me, Melissa.
Absolutely.
Because we get to know what your thoughts are, what you think of the story, if you've gone through something, or if you're going through that same situation. Please do let us know what you think of the episode today. Today. She came before, and I want to encourage you, if you have not watched her episode, the first one, watch it now. Before this one, and you'll come back after watching that show. If you have, today,
you're not
new
ready.
good stuff. You are not ready. Lerato Mtolo.
Thank you so much. Boo, boo, boo.
Wow.
Thank you so much, ladies, for having me.
It's such a pleasure. We've been wanting to have you back.
I know.
You are so difficult
I'm in
to
demand.
get a hold of. Millicent, I'm so glad you mentioned that because we have been, since the first time she came, of course her episode did well, she's Lerato Mtolo. But to get her on the podcast
again.
This girl is busy. She is blessed, booked, and busy. I'm glad you could finally make it.
Well, thank you so much for having me. And it was kidding, but it couldn't have been an honor.
Yes.
What honor do I deserve?
Come on now.
So thank you so much. I know that you're doing a lot. You're hosting so many. I learn a lot from your guests. I catch up all the time, been through the most, and I can see wow. I wish I can go back, and I know I'm going to feel new again.
Yes.
Like today, I might be the second time on this show, but it's like I'm new.
It's like you knew.
Yeah.
And when she came, we didn't have the podcast actually.
Yeah.
So you were on the documentary series I've Been Through the Most.
I'm one of the
your own
first.
story.
You're
one of the first. Absolutely. And now you're coming to the podcast.
Yeah.
And I think, for me, it's there's so much that happened in our life and so much growth. And I know for a fact there's a lot that happened in your life as well.
Yeah.
But before we go through that, if you could just give us a rough summary of who Lerato Mtolo is, just to, get that introduction out of the way for viewers who are seeing you for the first time.
Yeah, okay, Lerato Mtolo. They say if you know who you are, you introduce your name twice. Lerato Mtolo. So I am a mother to 3 beautiful daughters. So that is a role that I'm playing every day. I'm blessed with 3 girls, and I am a wife, if you remember, to the late Pastor Thabani Mtolo. And by profession, I'm a chemist, and I also do Buita Holdings. It's an entity that I started around 2015, where we run trucks, and I took my gift, purpose, talent into public speaking, into training, facilitation, though I also qualified on that. They say without qualifications, no corporate world will take you serious. You can't just come and say, I'm gifted. They need to see papers. So I'm also qualified in that. I can international leadership training. And what am I doing? Radio presenter, and I'm going through the most.
Are you not an HIV activist as well?
Oh, no. You see with HIV, hey, I'm not an HIV activist. I'm an HIV thorn in a flesh, if I'm speaking in deep language. I tested HIV positive when I was 17 years old, rewinding back. That's one of the most topic that has really touched in a media language that has really trended.
Yes.
Yeah, but in purpose, we say it touched a lot of people. So I am a vessel to show that we live beyond circumstances and we live beyond what the world is expecting of us. We are of God and we are born of God. So when God says, I take care and I heal all the diseases, he chose me. So as I wrote a book, we went through research where I've been tested over and over again. I've never used ARVs in my life for 22 years now.
I had no idea. What?
Yes. When I got pregnant with my last born, my doctor was like, there's no way. There's no way. Your husband might be negative by now.
Because there's 3 babies.
There's 3 babies. And when the results came, you know what the doctor said? Your God, may he continue to be your God. I don't know, Nami, what's happening.
So your husband was negative?
Yeah, he was negative. We call them discordant partners. It's easier when it's explained with medical people, those who know what happens. I also, when I share my story, even if when we're chilling as friends, some they come forward and say, yo, Lerato, you know, even today my husband is still negative, I'm positive. It's been 20 years. They're also shocked. So I can't really explain it in a. So I'm in a medical way because I'm not a nurse. I'm not a medical.
I hear you.
But I'm here to explain it in a spiritual way.
And your personal story.
Yes.
This is in no way to be advising somebody that's watching. Uti, you are like her, or you should do what she's doing.
Disclaimer.
Yes,
So that
my
is a
journey.
disclaimer.
Yes,
Yes. So
my
don't
journey
go and
is
say
my journey.
Exactly. Don't go and say you heard Lerato Mtolo saying she's not taking ARVs or she's discouraging ARVs. No, that is not the case. She is
It's
telling
a testimony.
Her story. It's her testimony.
Let's yeah. So it's my testimony.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I preach, I say don't tamper with your testimony. Don't go and say things that are going to confuse the miracle that the Lord has done in your life, because miracles cannot be explained. I cannot explain even Lena, up to today. Why have you tested HIV positive at the age of 17, 22 years later? You still, it's like you're getting better. Not even worse.
The
Yeah.
grace.
Yes, the grace. You see, so that is why I don't, most of the time I don't really like to put it in a medical way. That is why I'm bringing it into whatever the Bible says in the scripture of 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7. Your life is a matter of faith. I think I got the scripture right, and I
You
ran
are
with
living it.
Yes,
You are
I'm
living
living it. We are one.
And you know, as much as that's so interesting, guys, I need to say this. On this particular episode, she's not even here to talk about that.
Exactly.
You know,
We are passing through.
But you know, but that's
still
who
an
you
interesting
are.
factor.
It's
Yeah.
a very
Very,
interesting factor,
very.
and that's what I wanted to say about you. I'm like, that's what makes you such an extraordinary woman, because God has blessed you in so many areas of your life, and I believe with in everything that you touch, you say there's grace attached to it. You know, we can go on for the next hour with just that story alone.
Yes.
You are just that incredible.
Yeah.
I remember when we spoke, when we're inviting her to the show, you know, and we're speaking about money, and we'll get into that. And I said, God has called you for that. You're going to attract millions. That's the grace that she has. She can't take herself or separate herself from that. Let's get into the reason why you are here, because I know a lot happened.
Yeah.
Your husband passed. For more information on that, please go and watch the episode of what happened. But I know that it's part of the story, so you briefly share on that and take us through the latest.
Oh, wow. I lost 2 points.
Sure.
Are you ready for that? Okay. Okay, I lost an amount of 2.5 million rent, being a young widow, because of the journey that I think I went through and the decisions I've made, and that were enhanced or influenced by loneliness and feeling that I don't have anyone. So I met a guy, and later I gave him the whole money.
Let's talk about, before we get there, you spoke about loneliness. And I don't think like we understand that much because we haven't been through it. To explain the process or the what can I call it, the experience that you go through as a young widow, because you were very young. This happened 5 years ago. You lose your husband, you lose the love of your life. And what is that like, just trying to navigate life so that we understand the depth of what you're talking about?
You see, as Christians, so people need to understand that I'm a Christian, I'm a born-again Christian. So certain things I will foundation them on my faith. I can't separate me and Christ. Yes. So when after my husband passed on, we Christians, we told that we're not rolling. I don't know why to go roll like I don't know English. It's morning. Rolling. So after my husband passed on, we were told that we are Bazalwani. We are not mourning. We don't wear black things, and you don't cry. I mean, they went to be with the Lord. They went to glory.
They went back to the Maker.
They went back to the Maker. And you are as a born again Christian. I even heard on when Sizo Tutuzwa, we don't host things like everyday church when somebody passed on as Bazalwani.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we come. Yes, I think mostly.
Okay.
As Bazalwani, we don't entertain a person who has passed on. Though I don't know at which level. So, but one day, this other pastor came and preached, and then he says, we need to rejoice in the death, especially of a pastor. He was a man of God. My husband was an angel. He was born of Jesus, and he's done a good. Everybody talks well about him, and I've seen that. So it's like it's supposed to be okay, and automatically it's like okay, I'm supposed to be okay. I need to be. He wants to be with the Lord. The Maker has taken. So why am I saying that? Then everybody leaves you after the funeral. And then I got a job, I think a week after I buried my late husband. And my in-laws and my family and close friends didn't see anything wrong. Lerato going to
Doesn't mean you had to go to work.
Yeah, I went to interview. I was in business. And then when he passed on, I felt like, hey, not even myself. Most people who are close to me felt like, now she needs to get a job. Mtolo has passed on. There's this fear.
The pressure.
Yeah, the pressure. And I got a job. Then I got an interview, and I'm well. I speak with confidence. There's no way you can get me to interview and I don't take a job. Even if the pain is. So they didn't realize that I answered all the questions. Then I got a job, and when I got a job, 2 days into the job, I received 800,000 from my late husband's monies. I think it's work things, yeah. And it's painful. I'm going to work every day. I'm alone. It's a week after the funeral. I'm alone. I have this much money in my account. I'm crying every day at work. There are new friends. I don't know them. I don't know what to say. They're new colleagues. I don't know what to say to them.
Of change at the same time.
Just a new life. It was in Joburg, knew everything, and I thought, let me buy myself a BMW, new from the box, orange, let us eat cream white.
Okay.
Let me be happy.
Sure. Let me eat.
Yeah,
the money.
because I was not set down to say, Lerato, you are a widow. It's been a week. You need to sit down. You need to do this. I remember I told my mom-in-law to say, Mama, I feel like you failed me, guys. You never set me down. I had to go out there and figure out, what do I do as a widow? Sure. And receiving call from guys, let's go out. I mean, I have money. I go out and I'm a giver personally.
Yes, you are.
Natural, I'm
You are
a giver.
generous,
So
very
imagine
generous.
when I have money, what do I do if I give when I have nothing? And within 6 months, I was at zero.
What?
Yeah, I was at zero because I tried to invest in tracking business. And like I said, it does not matter amount of money a person can get. Let them go through grieving.
Yes.
Money does not patch a pain, you know. I remember if you check my pictures 2019, like if you think this is weave, this is nothing. I was slaying. But I was bleeding every day. I remember the nanny used to tell me, I will walk down the stairs. I even got out of my house and I hired a flat where I'm paying 20,000 a month. Why? I don't know why as well. And, you know, when they take refuse bin, they come inside the house to take refuse bin. Why are they doing that? It's like you're driving a Mercedes and says, do you want coffee? You know?
No leave my damn.
Yeah, and I don't know what I was closing. And again, I'm going to say this also, ne? Another one that is also so painful. The church neglected me.
Sure.
I might have been wrong in terms of maybe going to work. They thought, she's got it all. Or when she's good, she's okay. I'm falling apart in Johannesburg. And I'm a very confident young woman. When I walk, okay, now I'm old. Back then, when I walk, you think I've got it all. So I was saying that auntie will say, I will walk. You call it sleepwalking. I will walk down the stairs and say, we need to bury my husband. We need to bury my husband every day. You need to. But no, sesi, re tlhalosong ke re mmolokile neng. I don't know, sesi.
This is in your sleep.
Yes, and I'm like, we need, or she will find me sitting here, and then khonali a pillow, and she will ask me, "Oh, Bolalema, Mtolo was visiting. He just left." So you don't get to share those Christians because bananoro wa half. You know, you think because as Christians, you're not supposed to be seeing things, man. I don't know how to say this thing as a pastor as I am. So so those things, you go through them alone. You know, you go through them alone. To cut a long story short, and my money got finished as I did wrong investment.
So you never grieved when Apila?
Yeah,
You
I
never
never
grieved.
Yes.
You never grieved. All you're doing is just covering the pain.
Yeah.
With things, covering the pain with things.
And now that's when now the story of HIV, it caught many companies. I went traveling. I will speak for 20,000 an hour. I will speak for 80,000 for 6 hours.
Sure.
You know, I was, but my purpose was not managed. My character was not managed. Have you ever seen an artist that is booming and you don't manage her?
Yeah.
One understand. So it was money. I never lacked.
Money was just flowing.
But ask me what I've done with it. I don't even know. You know, that is what I'm saying. Sometimes maybe it's because I could say I didn't listen. Maybe there were people who were trying to
reach out.
Yeah, maybe
but
I
didn't hear them.
Maybe I didn't hear them. Yes, and I felt
but
like.
But that's why she feels like if you know, like how being African, being black, how you mourn. If your husband dies, you wear black clothes for a year. So you feel like if you had done that, at least you would have felt like you're mourning. People would have identified that you're mourning. Do you think it would have made the process easier? Because you like, for the fact that she didn't do that, she felt cheated for mourning. Because then she felt like, I look like everyone. I can do what everyone does.
I felt like everybody believed in me that I'm very strong.
Yes.
And I was not strong. And I couldn't say that. I can't.
Yes.
Like I could, like when I went
You're
to buy,
expected to show up.
Yes, and like even my close friends, like you told me I was strong, but in my heart I'm like no. I'm not. Okay, when the reason for me to leave the job, I didn't actually leave because I wanted to.
Yeah.
The manager came and said, "You are not coping. Leave." Yeah. He said to me, "You're not coping." And I hear that your husband passed on last week. I mean, you buried him. Why are you here? And people are like, "No, Lerato, you left Rawit well. Rawit, what's a mail?" Like, so I couldn't even say, what if What if I wanted to leave? What if I wanted to leave? But I had to because now, it's scary to go ask. Wabona?
Yes.
It's scary to go ask. Okay, now this is what happens. And after all the whatever bad decisions I made, and the money was finished now, and I packed my bags. I went back home. So when I went back home, obviously the family is angry that you ate the money alone. You know,
You were not sending money home.
yes, not that. As a giver, you could imagine I will always get my family
Yes.
things, and
Yes.
but 6
Not
months
finishing it,
Yeah,
that's
not
too much.
finishing it.
Yeah.
Black tax. Yeah, and I think I've spent almost a year in depression alone. Like almost the whole year. Then I received an inbox from a certain guy. So I'm posting on Facebook. I'm saying, my TLB didn't pay me. As in TLB, it's a yellow machine.
Okay. Yes.
With the money from my late husband, I tried to invest in yellow machines. We dig in the
Oh,
coal.
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So I've sent the invoice. They didn't pay me. So I'm posting on Facebook like, business is tough. My TLB didn't pay me. Like hashtag whatever business, hashtag.
Yes.
This other guy sends me inbox out. Oh, I know that you are a widow. It's even almost a year now. So if you say your TLB didn't pay you, what are you taking care? Banaka in the kids,
how are
yeah.
you
And
maintaining
I'm
the
like, no,
household?
I'm struggling, and he sends 20,000. I don't know him. He doesn't know
You've
me.
never met?
Yeah, he sends me. He says, send me account number. I'm like, just testing the waters. He sent me 20,000. And like, oh, okay. And he says, no, I'm so and so. We have in our monies at work, we have a portion for widows, orphans. I'm like, oh, you're speaking my language. When we pay tithe, you know, when you speak verses, you speak to women like us. You know, when
They
you
get you with
they
probably done some research on you.
Yeah. So and then he does that. Okay, over and over again he sends me money. He sends me a car.
Yeah?
Yes, he sends me money. He sends me a car.
How?
Like guys come and drop a car. Guys like
To do what?
to drive around. To drive around. To drive the kids.
He doesn't even come. Somebody else drops the car.
Yes.
So this friendship or relationship escalated quick because he realized, you've got so many
But we
needs.
stayed. It was August. My husband was turning exactly a year. It was 27th of August. My husband was buried 18th August. So that month he was turning a year. So now he drops. August, September, October, November, December. December, I go to my mom-in-law. You know how I'm close with my mom-in-law.
Yes.
And my grandmother-in-law passes on. The guy sends me money. Bury your grandmother.
Hey.
You know, like, bury your grandmother. He does, like, 3rd of January, it's my birthday. You don't want to know how much I received. And then he says in January, okay, I've seen you doing tracks. There's a contract at a certain mine in Witbank. I think call this lady and then go for interviews. And then I go there. I hit the interviews. I get 5 ladies who were 5. So it was an incubation whereby they want 5 ladies in Mpumalanga, black women they will teach them how to run logistics. Then, so we sign everything, and on the introduction of the CEO, he is the CEO.
Hey.
Like, okay. Oh, I don't know.
At this point, have you met him before?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I get January, February, I come, and he says, why don't you move back to Witbank? To your house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I have nothing in my house. No furniture since I left. And I said, no, I renovated and furniture it. And he did that.
Yeah.
And the kids are staying in KZN. Fetch the kids. He paid school fees.
Hey.
Auntie staying in Lesotho to fetch auntie. He paid for auntie.
Hey.
Oh, understand? Like, and I'm thinking, this is beautiful.
This is
and always when I wake up at home, that time before you found me, yeah, you're not working. Yeah.
so here's a solution. Yeah.
Yes, here's a
This
solution.
man just took you out of
Yes,
a
out
very
of
dry
yes,
season,
I was
yeah.
always googling how to commit suicide. As a Christian, how to if you die as a Christian, do you go to heaven? You see, when you are born again at a young age, certain principles they bind you because you know the word. Because if I was not a Christian, I would have committed suicide long ago. But I'm scared of this.
hell.
Yeah, of this hell, of this evangeli Jesus. Like we've been involved with Jesus to a point
long.
where
Yes. Come on.
because I feel like, do I go to hell if I commit suicide? And others, they say, yeah, there's a reason. The Lord will understand. I'm like, yeah, but the Lord will understand why I killed myself. So I felt like, and he's there and he takes me out. This guy, he it's like I was drowning and he's like, calm. And hey, there's something I'll tell you, ladies. Whenever we meet a guy, oh, ladies, I met a guy. What is he driving? What is it? That's what you women do. And Elena was happy to say, he got me a car. I was happy, Linda, to finally meet a man who gets me a car. That's what the presidency of what we do as women. You can't say he's stable mind. You must say he drives a car.
He stays where he
Yes,
does this
I wanna
business.
He works here.
So we fell in love with him. My friends, my family fell in love with this guy. He's taking care of Lerato. Like, in a way, Lerato is known as the one who gives. But now,
Finally, she has someone who
she's
gives to
driving
her.
Mercedes that says, do you want a coffee? I'm driving Tiguan, full space, latest. Like, everything, it's whoever wants money, I give. And at work, like I said, we're running trucks together and other ladies, invoices are coming. It's good, man. We're making millions in the company. We're making millions. Like everybody, for example, maybe my company will do, let's say 700K that month, but meaning I will profit 120. The whole 500 something goes to the owner of the truck. I need you to understand. It's like you are leasing.
You are leasing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So people must not think I'm a millionaire. I don't have money. So that's what all the ladies were doing. We were incubating trucks.
Right.
So if you're making 1 million, it means, and there are other trucks, it means we're making a lot of money. We are born. So that's where it starts. To me, we're making money.
Okay.
Money is nothing.
But girl, we're making money. Then it happened that one morning we wake up and the whole company is not paid. And then, the employees are not paid. Everybody's crying, like, hey, Aspatalango, we're not paid. Hey. I'm like, okay, what's up? I'm trying to call my guy. My guy is not answering the phone.
Hey.
My guy is not answering the phone. And I'm thinking maybe he's stressed. And I get the partner. So he had a partner. The CEOs were two. Like, partner, what's wrong? Like, no, Mtolo, we have a situation, money issues. I don't know, the investor did what and what. I'm like, okay, so what's up? I don't know, maybe we will get payment before the 25th of December. Is the 6th. So normally we will get paid earlier for Christmas, everybody does that. Hi, my lawyer and I are still filing a RAF for my late husband. We get settlement offer of about 4-point-something million. And because my balance is then I'm driving Mercedes, I'm having a Tiguan, I'm fine. I'm not even in a hurry for
that money.
Yes, for that money.
And besides, the money is delayed, according to you. The money is coming.
Because the money has been coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
So before end of December, she's working now. The company is paying her. So you're thinking, the money
I'm
will
getting
come when
allowance.
it comes.
I'm getting my salary and allowance.
Girlfriend allowance.
Yes. Guy was good. Like, I don't know. I'm sorted. I'm good. Then around the 10th, I'm like, there's this thing they call it RAF
Advance.
Advance. hi man, I can get this for my man.
Let
To
me
save,
rescue him.
yes, because I'm thinking everybody's like,
And also, you're embarrassed now. See, you're used to paying people on time. So all of a sudden, people are going to get you like, man.
and then
I've got money.
other trucks, we were not given them by the company. We get them. I'm able. You see my personality. I'm able to get trucks. So those people won't fight with the company. Now they're fighting with you. No, you're lying. I'm saying the mine didn't pay us. No, you're lying. That's how I lost my BMW from the TLB. The TLB didn't pay. I had to sell my BMW to pay the people back at TLB Kobon. You see, it's part of business.
Because you created that relationship.
Yes, I
so
can
they're holding you accountable.
Yes, I'm
not
the one who
company.
went to hire TLB.
Yes.
So when I don't pay the TLB guy and I'm keep saying their mine didn't pay, he's like, I'm gonna take your kids.
Yeah.
And I realized our BM versus kids. Let's sell the BM. So yes, and then rough advance we fill the papers and I managed now to get numbers from RAF directly, the higher people.
You follow up.
Yeah, follow up, yes. And say, guys,
money.
where's the money? And it says they will pay you 90 days. It's 90 days and
Waiting period.
Waiting period
Yeah.
and more. And I don't know. So what confuses me is I have a friend, a prophetess. And I say, friend, you know what? This guy has done a lot for me. I can't let him suffer like this. I think I can assist. Let's pray.
Okay, so you what?
Then we pray for the rough advance to be approved. So that I can help. My intentions are good. My intentions are good. What do you like? My intentions are good.
So prophet does not see in the spirit. Hurry, should we be praying for the money to come or for the money to delay?
Okay,
Or
my
you come
argument,
with a prayer request.
I don't know how people will view this. According to me, okay, let me finish this one before.
Yes.
Can I just finish?
Yes.
And then my lawyer says, and then I tell my lawyer bluntly, I want to borrow this guy money. And it's like, oh, okay, but we've seen him doing things for you. Lerato. We know him. Ke guy wako kasi.
We know him.
Yes. Okay. So no problem, but you give him half. So I don't know, with the grace of God after prayer, the whole money deposited into the account of my lawyer. My lawyer calls, did the prayer work? Money's here.
How much did you receive?
4.1
million.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then my lawyer took, can I just not?
His
percentage?
percentage,
His percentage. And then I remained with my I didn't even take it. I'm still looking for my man. He's not answering the phone.
Like, baby, I want to save you. The money is in.
I'm calling. I didn't tell my mom, my best friend. No, it's only me and the lawyer who knows I'm a millionaire. No one knows.
You are not even going shopping for yourself at this point.
Looking for
Louis
babe.
Vuitton. I don't have it. Wait. Then I call the partner and say, hey, guys, can we meet? Let me meet you guys halfway. Let us at least pay employees. Because the trucks we can't. 2.5 million, it's nothing. I'm telling you, each company was running. I told you I can.
Yes.
So it's nothing. I was not saving the company. I was just saying let's pay the employees so that they can go home. It's about the 17th of December now, so they can go home for Christmas.
Yes.
Now I wanna save the world. Yes, and then the guy says, okay, fine, I'll tell him, and then they give me a call, Bali 2, and I'm like, how? Hey, Baba, like I call him Baba. Baba Ganti, he deserved Baba. Hey, Baba. He deserved Baba. Baba, kanti yini hayi ngichazisele ukuthi in. And then we have an accountant, and then we take the tablet, they check, they load payments. Okay, let's say we pay them 50% each. How much will it be? I can safely say the money went to the payments, because after so it was 1 point something. I get the whole money came in.
Yes.
Then I went to my lawyer. Can I please borrow him at least 1 million? My lawyer was like, "Ish, but what can I say? Because I've seen you, man, and this guy, man. I've seen you doing
This is
things.
legit. It looks legit.
They will pay
and besides,
back."
it's your money. It's not the lawyer's money. So if you ask, he's gonna give you anyway.
And then he gave me one. I transferred
To
the
guy.
account, but
Yes.
I transferred to the business account,
Right.
Not from Lerato to the business account,
Right.
Yes. And then we thought, okay, let's also pay companies that are smaller. We couldn't pay huge companies. You can't pay your SG Coal. You can't pay your huge trucking companies. It's like they're running 20 trucks. You can't pay them. So let's cover
The small expenses.
The small expenses. I'm like, no, I'll give you another one.
You
Between the two,
another million
between
rand.
between
Like you were Mother Christmas.
Yeah, basically. But I didn't take it as Mother Christmas. I thought I was saving.
And you thought it's coming back.
Yeah, February.
It's a matter of weeks.
He
and
said
then you
like,
get the money
I
back.
said like, no, maybe, because it was already December.
Yes.
So,
did he ask you for the additional million rand?
no, even the first one, I think that's why I jumped when I wanted to talk about me and my other friend.
Right.
When I said, can I please, because I told him alone first. And then he came, we sat down, said, I want to borrow you this. My money is in. And it's like, oh, wow, okay. But I don't think it's viable. But let me talk to my partner so that we are in this together. So I don't know if a person if his moves were calculated to such an extent, because I'm the one who came. He didn't know that the money was
exactly.
I am the one who
She
hunted.
offered
I'm the one
money.
who hunted him and say, hey, funan lo muntu,
I've got money.
I've got money. And I wanted to save what the company, because this company has been good to us. I was not saving him. I was saving the contract. We had a beautiful contract. I don't want to mention the name of the company.
That's
It was a beautiful company. It took care of everyone. The aunt who was taking care of us, aunt Uneni, passed on. The guy buried him. It's like the guy, whenever there's a hole, he does. So how can you not
hear you?
So can I get the cup?
Yes.
So it was like a drop of a teaspoon, me borrowing him.
Compared to what he has done.
Comparing even to, yes, I could say love was there. He captured my heart. I won't lie about that. He captured my heart by how he has done things for us and my family. And I believed, the court asked me, what made you believe him? And I said, because of who he has been to me. No one has ever been that to me. How he has carried me, how he carries people around me. If I go, I say I'm going to visit Millicent. Oh, Millicent unogudla. So I don't know if he faked that personality for a year. I don't know. It's like I'm still in shock. Or if so this is what I'm saying now. Did he scam me, or he meant well?
That's a question.
Sure. Good question. Now
So-
you offer him the additional million rand. How is he receiving it?
Via
Company, I
company,
guess.
yes.
But
It's
he
everything.
says, of course, you give him the offer first, and then he gladly receives it.
And
he
says,
gladly
"Thank you
says,
for
"Oh yeah,
helping
please."
the company."
So to me, I'm like, this company, ne? It was taking care of us. If people will come and speak on behalf of this company,
Yes.
these guys were taking care of the whole company. Besingasweli necks. It was
You were
taking
covered.
these black guys, they got business, but I don't know what they did. But when they got business, they took care of the community. Wow. They took care of us.
So now what happened? Why did you end up in court with these good guys?
Thank you. And then it's 2020. I get everything happened 2020.
Yes,
2021
lockdown.
February, my money is not coming. Until the money, okay, obviously I'm left with some cents. But 2021 June, I start going dry now. And yes, now the barking, what do they call it? The money it's getting, I'm getting dry. I put it right? Yeah. So, and the calls reduces. He doesn't call anymore. I start getting frustrated. We sleep without food. I am scared to call my friends. Whoever you call, you gave him money. When I call my mom, you gave him money. When you call, you gave him. So you end up having that thing of a regress, depression,
Guilt.
and then guilt, and then so you start. So his biggest mistake, he started being scarce from me, and then that now raised
Red flag.
Yeah, red flag. Sorry, why would you do that? You know where I am. You know I'm struggling, and what? And now the in-laws will start asking, Kanti,
Did he continue making money though?
No. The company was liquidated. The company indeed fell apart. So whatever they did that I was not told, for them to lose money that December, I don't know what happened.
To date.
To date, it's 2023.
So he never paid you back until now?
And then from 2022, that's when I went to court now. I went to the office because they were still going and coming out of the office. And then I made a dust and said, I want my money now. And the police came, they took me in and they asked me, Sissy, what's wrong? Then that's when we had that small claim court now to say, no, the guys are owing me. It's been, so now I feel the case was treated unfairly because you were dating.
Yes.
It's now a civil case.
Okay. Where is he now?
Now, okay, we talk.
Okay.
We talk. I was also, so that
Yeah.
day they gave me 50,000 cash. I'm like, the guys.
Okay.
So if I didn't make noise, you were not going to give me
Anything.
Yeah, and then we made an arrangement. They gave me, I think, 50,000 times 4 for 4 months, and then the other partner passed on now, and then they started not giving me again. Sometimes he sends 500, like Christmas he sends me 100 rand, literally.
100 rand.
Yeah, he will send e-wallet. So this why I'm saying I don't know whether
Is he still the
The
man that you
motive.
knew emotionally? The love, do you still recognize that man?
no,
in
because
him?
we the whole thing just missed.
Yes, but
No.
do you still is he still that good man? You think, oh, this is mischievous.
No, he's still because after that, the police now started being mediating. If I want to talk to him, I call the police, and because now I was vulgaring, now I was
You were angry.
I was angry. I'm getting frustrated.
So what I was trying to figure out is it because he is not giving you money because he doesn't have money?
He says so.
What do you think?
I think he doesn't have money, but I'm compromised. If he gets 100 rand, he will give me 10 rand. Why can't he give me 50 rand?
Okay.
I feel
can
compromised.
do better.
What is he living with for the past 3 years?
Yeah.
If he's been such a great businessman,
So
like
are you still
I'm
fighting
saying.
in court right now?
Oh no, we're not. I decided to get PIs. They checked him, and then he's owing SARS. It's a mess. So something happened that time. Yeah.
So you lost, basically.
I think I need to come to terms with that because I got lawyers. People normally ask me, and whenever lawyers come back, they come back empty. Like, this guy gonna next.
What a story.
I'm sorry, by the way, about that. Like, I'm really, really sorry. I feel for you. My heart breaks as you're talking. Because
this is serious.
This is serious. This is
her
real life. And the painful thing is that you're not the only person that's going to be vulnerable with a similar story. I'm sure this happens because there are some things that could have happened where you could have maybe avoided the situation. But this is where you are. You have kids. You have a life. You have a career. You have a brand. Thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah, sure. Wow,
I think
so
it takes
bold.
a lot. It's very bold and brave. And I always say this. People like you are selfless because a lot of the time, this doesn't even benefit you, but it benefits so many women out there. We're waiting for your ministry. We're waiting for your podcast. We're waiting for your work.
I'm having a
We're
podcast, you all died of a young widow podcast.
Come on. And we are waiting for that because certainly you don't go through that without any reward for nothing.
Absolutely.
Impossible.
Can I just say, she also promised me money.
Listen, I did a photo shoot for her book cover.
Yeah.
And she said to me, Chomi, millions are
Millionaire
coming. When it comes, my friend,
I gave a man.
Give it, man. I didn't get it. We need to wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe. Let's meet in the comment street. We love you. We are on podcast. We are on the social media streets. We'll see you soon. From myself, Innocent Millicent.
And myself, Millicent Mashile. And our awesome guest, Lerato
Amazing.
Mtolo.
Bye for now.